Hello, and welcome to the Dell Technologies PowerEdge R450 and R550 session. I'm Peter Wall, PowerEdge Server Marketing Director here at Dell Technologies. Last March, we announced our broadest set of new Dell EMC PowerEdge servers, your innovation engine, delivering technologies and solutions to help you innovate, adapt, and grow. These servers take full advantage of a portfolio optimized for the latest technologies, tailored to your outcomes. We help you achieve confidence with servers designed with a security-first approach to mitigate threats. With these new servers, we're driving towards full infrastructure automation with our systems management frameworks, helping to reduce the IT burden. Today, we are releasing to market the Dell EMC PowerEdge R450 and R550 servers, designed to help power applications with the latest Intel Xeon Scalable processors. These versatile two-socket rack servers deliver confidence, performance, and flexibility. Now I'd like to introduce Rick and Juan, who will give you more details on how these servers combine affordability, versatility, and adaptability to meet your current and future needs. Over to you, Rick and Juan.
Thanks, Peter. My name is Juan Vega. I'm a product manager with PowerEdge Servers, and I'm here with my colleague, Rick Sellers. Rick is going to be introducing us to the PowerEdge R450 and R550, two of our latest 15th generation PowerEdge servers. So Rick, tell us a little bit about the R450 and R550.
Right, so the R400 and 500 series are very popular. Dell is currently the worldwide leader in server shipments, and these products are a reason why. The R4 and R500 series are our most affordable platform in our two-socket space, so customers that are looking for Intel's third generation Xeon Scalable latest processing capability.
Excellent. So what is the advantage of this new third generation Xeon Scalable architecture that we've put into the R450 and R550?
Right. So if you've looked at any of the recent Intel generational changes over the last 10 years, 5 years, we've seen a lot of low double-digit performance gains. Still good, but nothing like what we're seeing with Intel's third generation Xeon Scalable introduction. With this introduction, we're seeing performance gains up to 40% faster than previous generation, which was Intel's second generation Xeon Scalable.
So 40% performance improvements in the most affordable server design is something that's probably interesting to a lot of folks. Sounds like there's lots of new features and capabilities, lots of performance. What's Dell adding to the R450 and R550 that makes it even more interesting?
Right, so that's a very good question. So Dell Ingenuity is adding some improvements to the airflow and thermal design of the system to reduce cooling costs. When you look at some of the other features that Dell adds that's unique, what we've delivered is our BOSS, which is our boot optimized storage system that allows customers to offload their operating system onto a pair of M.2 drives in the rear of the server.
That's a great way to optimize storage in a system and use your storage for your workload, not for booting the system.
That's correct. One of the other additions that Dell is adding value is trying to free up the amount of and maximize your I/O capability in the server, the number of PCIe slots that you've got available to you. Dell is providing for RAID capability, our HBA connected to the drives. We've got a front PERC that's a dedicated slot that doesn't take up your I/O. The other is an OCP 3.0 slot in the rear that's dedicated for networking cards. That's a by 16 that takes advantage of PCI Gen 4. So those are a couple of ways that Dell provides you with additional capability without taking up any of your valuable PCIe slots.
Awesome. So what you're basically saying is that the performance of your storage subsystem is dedicated to a bus and slot in the front of the system, and your networking is dedicated to a single dedicated slot in the back, freeing up what, 3, 4 different PCI slots depending on the form factor?
That's correct. And so the R450 is going to still provide you with 2 PCIe slots in addition to all those things that you just mentioned, and the R550 will provide up to 3 additional PCIe slots through a riser that are in addition to all those I/O capability that you just mentioned.
That sounds like a very feature-rich server for our customers to take advantage of.
That is correct. So as far as some of the customers that would be interested in this or that are commonly buying this, the R450 and R550, these platforms really serve our SMB space with a focus on our medium-sized businesses. They're very popular with service providers, and they're very popular for any data center customer who's looking for value. So as you mentioned that the R450, 550 are the most affordable solution in this two-socket space. When customers are looking for value, that's what they get with the R4 and R5.
What are some of the key features that would differentiate, say, the R450 and 550 from the new R650 XS and R750 XS that we're introducing?
Right, so that's a very good question, right? Because they're, each will address its own market. So the R450 and R550 will have limited options as far as processing capability. So the R450 and R550 will support up to 165 watts. So we've got a handful of processors in Intel's third generation Xeon Scalable processing stack that we will make available on the R4 and R5. And this is really the sweet spot of where customers buy. As far as some of the features that the XS platforms deliver that the 4 and 500 series do not are things like NVMe capability and things like our networking offering. So our R450 and R550 will support single and up to quad port 1 gig Ethernet. We will support dual 10 and dual 25 gig Ethernet. The XS will support fiber, InfiniBand, 100 gigabit, things that span beyond what the 450 and 550 will offer.
What kind of customers are going to buy this most affordable system that fits within the specifications? Because it sounds like Gen 3 is a great opportunity for more performance.
Right. So customers that are looking for that kind of value space with that kind of basic functionality are going to be a lot of customers that have remote locations, customers that have branch offices. The R450 and R550 are very popular with service providers.
What kind of use cases do you foresee for an R450 or R550 customer?
The common use cases for these platforms are small IT infrastructure, SMB specific workloads. Another one of the popular use cases for the R450, for example, is light VM, so virtual machines, and that's due to the core count. So as we add additional cores to the R450 in a 1U platform that's capable of 2 processors that support 24 cores per processor, you can support 48 cores in a 1U box in our most affordable offering in the 2-socket portfolio. A platform like the R550 adds some versatility. It's got some additional storage capability. So one area that's popular for the R550 is video surveillance because it can store more data. Another area that's very popular for both these platforms are larger data centers for more departmental needs where there are some more basic workloads that are being driven that don't require huge amounts of memory or even the fastest processor, where they're looking for capability that meets their budget.
What's different between an R450 and systems management wise from the rest of the PowerEdge lineup?
And that's a good question. So because the R450 and R550 are going to be housed in the same data center that our enterprise customers are using, with all of our other platforms and products like the R600, 700 series, customers expect that we will maintain and deliver the same offering from a manageability. So there are no differences from a manageability perspective. So from an iDRAC 9, from the levels of enterprise and data center, systems management that customers are used to receiving in this space, Dell's got you covered. And because we target so many remote office and branch office capabilities, that ability to support a remote management capability is very important to our customers.
Thank you, Rick. Very informative. Really loved learning about it. The R450 and R550, based on Intel's 3rd generation Xeon Scalable, sounds like a high-performance upgrade to the existing 14th generation of PowerEdge servers. If you're interested in finding out more, please come check it out on delltechnologies.com or ask your salesperson.